You seen this picture before? It's Thanksgiving week, right? That's what it's supposed to look like. Big turkey, everybody there smiling. It's Thanksgiving. You have traditions that are in your family, I'm sure. Some that have faded, some that aren't there anymore, some that you have maintained and continued. But in general, there's the concept of what Thanksgiving is, quote unquote, supposed to be. You know, there's something awesome about people like Norman Rockwell and Thomas Kincaid. They paint these perfect pictures. But I don't know about you, but often it ends up looking more like this. Maybe not quite so in your face unless it's about a football team. But the reality is, right, there's this complaining that happens. It isn't like it used to be. They brought the wrong potato salad. How could they use cream of chicken instead of cream of mushroom in the green bean casserole? Man, that just ruins it. They were late. The turkey's not done. The turkey's overdone. Go through your Thanksgiving list and all the complaining that happens around. Think about all the stress that goes with Thanksgiving, right? The time, the family. It's supposed to be this day of giving gratefulness and gratitude of what God has given and the joy. And what does it turn into be? This hot mess of arguing over the day, the place, the time, the family, who's bringing what. And by the time you're done with it, it's like, I just want a TV dinner. I don't want to see anybody. And that's not to include the part that has the hardness that comes with it, with all the emotions of Thanksgiving isn't what it once was. Maybe you're having Thanksgiving this year without people that have been there in the past for one reason or another. We have had a number of families who have experienced loss this year. 2 who aren't here today because they're at funerals. There's going to be place settings that are empty. Some that are celebrating Thanksgiving this year alone because of relationships that have fallen apart. Divorce or whatever. Some that are alone because work is necessitating family members aren't there or families are off at college or whatever it is. You look at Thanksgiving and this is the picture we have, but how often is it anything but that? Sometimes we have it. We have that memory back from childhood. Sometimes we're able to experience it yet today. But that's why today we're pausing and looking at what is it to be resilient, because there is going to be so many emotions between now and December 31st. This is the most emotive time of the year. The number of suicides, the number of depressions, the number of challenges, the number of stresses there, it's overwhelming. The reason we're looking at Philippians as we go into this time of year is so that we can be resilient, not that stuff doesn't happen, but so that when emotions arise, when situations come up, when stress raises its ugly head, and maybe we've not responded the way we've wanted to, we have tools from Christ on how do we respond. How do we be resilient? How do we not give in like we once have, but how do we, with Christ, face what is before us and find joy? Joy in our Savior, joy in the grace. And that's what Paul is trying to help us do. See joy that flows from gratitude, which flows from grace. When there's the temptation to not be joyful this week, I want you to pause and come back and say, hey, Christ, help me have joy in you, because this is where my true joy is found. It's not found in circumstances.